Today we are kit bashing and painting the mighty Blood Angels Sanguinary Guard. To start this kit bash, we are using the body from the Blood Angels captain, as I wanted our Sanguinary Guard to be standing there, menacingly. But for that we're going to need the jump pack from the normal Sanguinary Guard, before adding the best thing ever that will really make this model shine, and that is the wings from the Dark Angel Scourges. I don't really know why the original kits don't come with cool wings, but I had to snip off the original wings and any chaos markings and glue them behind the jump pack. But just this little, or it's kind of a big addition, just makes this model look like such a legendary unit, and it looks so good. I really just wish it came with these wings, and it wouldn't cost this much money just to kit bash this. Now for this paint scheme, you're primarily only going to need to prime it in white. I started with black, but you can totally skip that, as we just need to get those wings nice and white. Now the first paint we're going to be using is Decayed Metal by Scale 75. This is a wonderful bronze colour that we're going to be base coating the whole of the Sanguinary Guard in, apart from those shoulder pads and the wings. One of the most helpful tips I can give when painting gold is to add a darker tone underneath it. For this, bronzes work really well. For this, it's going to make the armour look really old and ancient, like Sanguinary Guard has been in there for a century. Now to get this really ancient gold look, we're going to be grabbing the smallest makeup sponge you can find and dipping it into a tiny bit of water just to make it a little bit damp. Then we're going to dab it into the next paint, Elven Gold. Just like dry brushing, we're going to try and get most of the paint off of this sponge just by dabbing it around our palette. Then we can head straight to the miniature and start sponging this beautiful gold onto the bronze armor, and this is going to add a really cool effect. It's almost like we've airbrushed gold on top, but all these tiny little specks of paint are going to make this really cool gradient on top of the armor. There's only some things which are going to be a little bit hard, and there's hitting the areas from underneath. And the great thing with sponging is once we've let this paint dry, we can wait a couple minutes, we can come back, and if this isn't gold enough, we can add another layer using the same technique as before. But we also want to be careful not to get any on top of the wings. And the great thing with sponging is once we've let this paint dry, we can wait a couple minutes, we can come back, and if this isn't gold enough, we can add another layer using the same technique as before. And for any areas we want pure gold or areas we cannot reach, it's time to grab our brush and just add small layers. With our gold now done, we can head to my favourite paint ever, Black Legion, which is a contrast paint that is basically pure black, which means we can paint all of that under armour. For his under armour, we're going to have to get really in there, and that's going to be painting his elbow joints, under his butt cheeks, and of course behind the knees. I also chose to paint any leather on his body black just for simplicity. This was his belt and his pistol holster. The next area we're going to be painting are his shoulder pads, and for this we're going to be using Matte Red by AK Interactive. This is my favourite mid-tone red to use, and it's just a wonderfully vibrant colour, and it really shines against this golden armour. I'm also going to paint all of the purity seals with this, as well as these weird little blood drops hanging from the wing. So it's finally time to fix all of the mistakes I've made. For this I'm going to be using Deck Tan, a really kind of bright warm grey, and I'm going to paint this over basically any of the areas that I've spilt gold onto. I also watered this down a reasonable amount, as I kind of want to keep as much of the white as I can, just fixing the golden mistakes I've made. I then made a wash out of it, basically pouring a lot of water, maybe like 3 times water to 1 part paint, and just poured this all over the wings just to unify the wings together. This is also going to add a tiny bit of warmth to the wings, and it's going to act as a nice bit of shading later on when we brighten them up a bit more. Also, I nearly completely forgot about the wings on his leg. This part's probably the hardest part, but I also painted this in just pure Deck Tan. For all of the purity seals, I'm going to be using some beige, but pretty much any kind of sand colour paint will work. Xandri Dust is a great alternative. But I also chose to paint all of the ropes around his body in this colour, as it's kind of going to fit into that theme. And to brighten up his wings, we're going to be using some intense white. Any white paint's going to work. I kind of like a white ink because it's nice and thin already. And we're going to use the same technique as the gold by using the sponging method. Make sure to dip it in water and get rid of as much of the white paint as possible. And then we're going to dab the edge of all the wings facing downwards to try and get a nice feathered effect on the feathers. While I was here, I also painted this cable gold just to fill in with the general aesthetic. But you've got to be really careful because I actually broke one of the wings off during this. I did want to show that, but just be careful by how much pressure you apply. I also tried dragging my sponge upwards just to hit any of the edges of the feathers. I think it kind of worked, but I'd say it's probably quite risky in the grand scheme of things. And for any of these tiny feathers on its legs and on his shoulder crest, I decided to use the straight white paint and paint just tiny lines on each of the feathers to create a really nice highlighting effect. Now don't worry too much if it doesn't look amazing, we can come back later and add some washes to get the shadows back and make these highlights shine. I also completely forgot he was holding a sword, so I came back with that red and painted the sword handle. There's always that one part in the miniature you always forget about. But I wanted to add a few more highlights to the red areas, so I grabbed Blood Red by AK Interactive, the best, most brightest red I've ever found, and just added general highlights by painting in the middle of all of the red areas. And it's time to return to Deck Tan, what is probably becoming one of my favourite lighter beiges, and we're going to be highlighting all of the purity seals as well as any other ropes. To highlight, I just add thick strokes of paint on any of the raised surfaces and just kind of randomly on all of the ropes. And for all of the metallics, I'm using gunmetal, but lead belcher, black metal, any metallic paint will work just fine for this. As long as it's silver, you're good. So it's time to add some shading, so I'm grabbing some Agrax Earthshade, which is a really nice brown wash, and will make things look a little bit dirtier. And specifically, I use this over all of the ropes. Before we head over and paint his eyes, for this I'm using Striking Scorpion Green, but make sure to add a tiny white dot of paint on his eyes beforehand, and then we can add this contrast paint, and it'll look great. Now this step is optional, but I'm going to be using some Magma Droth Flame for all of the blood drops on his armour. Now to get the most out of this paint, we're going to be painting all of those white first, and then applying this. Now to make these blood drops look like gems, we're going to be using some Spirit Stone Red, which was made for this purpose. And we're just going to be adding a big blob of paint on all of these gemstones, and it'll make it look really shiny, which means we can head over and start adding some known oil to all of the silver metallics. I also added this to the purity seal just to make it look a bit more weathered. Now if we want a really nice clean Sanguinary Guard, then we're pretty much done. And we can have a look at him to see what he looks like before we head over and give him an enamel bath. For this we're going to be using a black enamel, any will do. For this I'm using a pin wash by AK Interactive. And we're not going to be using this like a pin wash, we're just going to be dunking him in this whole black paint. Now I was pretty confident the golden metal will look really cool, but the feathers and wings really actually did scare me quite a bit. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So let's remove the enamel wash and see how it looks. For this I'm using Winsor & Newton's Sansador Mineral Spirits, which is going to reactivate all of that oil wash, meaning we can get rid of most of it, leaving it just in the recesses and shadows, which will look great. Now I do recommend wearing gloves and a mask during this. Clearly I forgot, unfortunately. But I really focus on the feathers, trying just to keep the black wash in the recesses and letting the whites shine through. Then a day later, once everything was dry, he is finished. Just look at how good he looks. And for all is basically a really simple and probably quite beginner-friendly painting techniques, I think he looks superb. Make sure to watch my previous Blood Angels video and like and subscribe to watch more. I've been Reese, and I'll catch you in the next one.